Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Maxine. I have avoidant personality disorder and ADHD, and today I thought it would be fun for us to take the Myers-Briggs 16 personalities test together, just to do something a little bit different. I don't expect that everybody with avoidant personality disorder or even everybody with AvPD and inattentive ADHD would have the same outcome as me. There's a lot that goes into a personality, but of course a personality disorder is going to there will be some common threads, I'm sure, and I just thought that would be fun. Was there anything else I was going to say? I don't think so. I'm just going to pop over here and I'm going to start recording. I have the 16personalities.com test I'm going to do. That's the free one. And I'll just read it as I go. I have taken this test a bunch of times throughout my life, and it's always yielded the same result, so I'm pretty confident I know how this is going to go, but maybe I'll be surprised. Okay, number 1. You regularly make new friends. No, I don't. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yes. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Yes, I haven't talked about this very much, but I'm a very type A personality as well. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Not a day in my life. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Definitely. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I wish this was the case, but my ADHD does not allow that to be the case. You are very sentimental. I am a little bit sentimental, yeah. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I like using the organizing tools more than I like doing the organizing. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Now, I'm tempted to hit fully strong disagree on this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do half just because I do like to compliment strangers on things. Just briefly in passing. It's not really striking up a conversation, but if somebody's got cool hair or is wearing like a band t-shirt that I like, then I do like to compliment people. Anyway, you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. I'm an artist, so I do quite like to do that. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I am definitely not. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I struggle to follow a routine, but I do prefer to have one, and I like making them. So I'm gonna say disagree on that. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Of course not. You enjoy participating in group activities. No, I hate it. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. That kind of annoys me, actually, just a little bit. I kind of like it when it's presented to me. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Here's the thing. I like both, but I am fueled by validation, and That's from my own accomplishments usually. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Yeah, usually. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yes, I am. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. I'm going to say mostly agree, only because although I am never seeking a leadership role and it stresses me out very, very much, because I am this kind of type A personality that needs things to be done correctly, leadership roles actually are thrust upon me more often than I would ever want them to be, so we'll say halfway. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I think I am. I try to be. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. I don't think so. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I definitely do prefer it. It doesn't always happen that way, but it feels way better. You enjoy watching people argue. Not usually. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Again, you would think this would be a hard agree, and I kind of feel like that, but I'm only going to do half because although I don't want the attention, I am naturally drawn to things that draw attention to me, like shaving my head and doing things that I want to do. Just sort of, it naturally draws attention sometimes. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Very much yes. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yes, but it's not ever a problem. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Aren't we all a little bit? You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Again, I'm tempted to put hard disagree, but I'm only going to go half because if I lived in the same place as my sister, I would want to be with her way more often. And it's not necessarily that I prefer being alone, it's that I prefer not being around people that don't understand me. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Not really. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yes, I think I do. Oops. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Yeah, because I like to be able to flake. I like having concrete plans, but I also like having the opportunity to ditch, so I'll put little agree. Did I miss one? No. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. You rarely second guess. No. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No. You enjoy going to art museums. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I don't think so. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Yes, it is essential. You rarely feel insecure. No. You avoid making phone calls. Yes. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I try to, yeah. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Never. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yes. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. No, I do that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yes. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. Yes. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Unfortunately, yes. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yes. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Absolutely not. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I think so, yes. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes, that is one of my primary emotions. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I'm going to say slight disagree, because although I think I'm quite methodical, if I think a step is unnecessary, I'm more hardwired for efficiency than accuracy. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I feel like I'm neither here nor there on that. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I think there are probably circumstances where I would feel this way, but typically when I'm offered an opportunity, I'm not really thinking about the other people that need it. I need it. You struggle with deadlines. I actually don't. This is one, it's funny, you can see the ADD is sort of like pulling me in both directions here, because although I'm prone to procrastinating, I don't struggle with deadlines, because even if I do it at the last minute, I will get it done by the deadline. And like, although I like to have a structured routine, I struggle to keep it up. But I don't struggle with deadlines. I will always get it done by the deadline. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Not usually. All right, and so I got the INFJ-T, the advocate. Advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. I've taken this test a bunch of times, starting in grade school, I think was the first time that we took these tests. And I have gotten INFJ my whole life. The T versus A at the end is like a newer concept, I think. I don't remember that being a thing when I was younger, but 97% introverted. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. I think most of us with AvPD would be more introverted. 65% intuitive. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. I'm sure this one could go either way, depending on who you are. 63% feeling. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. It's very true. And 64% judging. Judging individuals are decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. And this is very, very true. Again, that's like, although I have ADHD and it makes it difficult for me to live a very structured life, it has always been my preference. It has always been what is comfortable for me. Writing a list about it, having a schedule about it, having a plan in place for the day is what I prefer. And if I get off course, I get stressed. and 99% turbulent. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. And I feel like most of us with AvPD are probably fairly turbulent as well. We're self-conscious, we're sensitive. There you have it. So, is there anything else? I mean, we could look into the... Oh, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Marie Kondo, Lady Gaga. I do know I've read before that INFJ is the most rare personality type. I think it's about 2% of the population. It's also another one of those things that I think is sort of hinting at potential autism spectrum disorder, but who knows? Yeah, I just thought this would be fun to see and give you guys a little more in-depth look at maybe some other facets of my personality besides of the avoidant part. But now I'm really curious if you guys go to the 16personalities.com, if you've taken it in the past, or if you are interested in taking it now. I'd really, really be curious to hear what you guys are, just to see how much similarity there is, if there's a wide difference. And I think I'll probably do this again in the future for the Enneagram, however you say that, which I've also taken before, and I've read a book about it. So again, I feel pretty strongly that I already know what I am in that, but I think it would be fun to take one of those tests together. But yeah, beyond that, just for a bit of fun, thank you guys so much for watching. There will be another vlog coming very soon, and until then, I love you. Goodbye.